Hello everybody, great and glorious Nick Dutch back again one more time. Hello, how are you? Have you had a good day? Have you had a good week, month or year? Are you looking forward to Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that other fun stuff which you happen to have at this wonderful time of the year that some people call the holidays? Okay, so now we're going to do a video which is going to put the wind up a few people and make a few people afraid and worried, because that's the nature of the subjects of this one particular video. If you are easily scared, or if you are terribly superstitious, or you spend too much time taking LSD whilst watching some of the ghastly movies on the Legend channel late at night, then look away now. This video is not for you. If, however, you're a person possessed of a certain level of reasoning functionalities, and as well as a certain level of open-mindedness and the ability to actually think things through without actually going, oh my god, that's so terrifying, then you can carry on watching. Because today I'm revisiting probably the most weird tool in the world. Now, the talking board, or the Ouija board, is nothing. Alright, there are some people who say that no, I wouldn't even allow a Ouija board in the house in case it brings something through. I've been playing with these things for years, okay, you know, literally playing with these things for years, and I haven't detected anything that you should really be afraid of whatsoever. Okay, I mean, TV is great, okay, it's got lots of documentaries on it, it's got lots of ways of finding things out and plenty of education and all the rest of it, but it takes things which are in the real world or in common like language or common spirituality, and it makes it frightening, because the whole purpose of what they're saying and what they're doing is to make you afraid for commercial purposes. However, some people look at these movies or TV shows and the rest of it and think that that's a documentary, when in fact it's a work of fiction, okay? This is just a tool. It's an instrument. Okay, if you play a musical instrument, you build up a certain level of knowledge of how to play that instrument, and then you perform. Okay, that's the same with tarot cards, it's the same with a pendulum, it's the same with a Ouija board. It's just a tool. That's all it is. And look at it. Just look at it. In what way can you be afraid of a piece of wood with some letters on it? Tell me a reason why this scares you. Tell me, write it in the comment section. Why on earth did this piece of wood scare you? I need to know. Okay, comment section. Boom, 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 boom. We look at this, well, I look at this as what it is. It's just a piece of card or a piece of wood, and it's got letters on it, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't do anything. It has no actual power of its own. It never has had, it never will do. It is an instrument to be used. And you train yourself up through not only doing all of your opening up exercises, but also practicing. And you practice the equivalent of handwriting. You know, you sit there and you spell things out whilst you're chilling out watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer with, you know, with yourself set the way in which you would if you're actually doing a proper seance. And then, hey presto, bit by bit, you kind of like build up an understanding intuitively and subconsciously as to where the letters are. Okay, this particular board is good because it's very slippery. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I like it. This little thing, the planchette, moves around the board with reasonable ease. Obviously, it works better if I polish it and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But you know, it's just there for you to use as a tool. Now, when you're with a device like this, think about it. Alright, you can't have a room full of 20 people and each and every single one of them is asking questions. You have to have one person who's asking the questions, so that there's only a conversation between this very slow output method. Just think about how long it takes to spell out the word "and." Okay, that's me physically moving the planchette, showing you that it takes a fair few seconds just to spell out "and" if I'm doing this consciously and moving the planchette consciously. So to try and get a word or a combination of letters out that has some variety of meaning to the question, therefore requires one person doing the questioning and one person using the board, unless of course you're using it by yourself. There is a sort of like an unwritten rule when it comes to the Ouija board. You should never play with it by yourself. All the rules associated with the Ouija board are just folk myth. Okay, they don't really have any hard and fast objective like reality or truth. There's nothing set in stone or cast in stone. about the rules to use the Ouija board. But if you're an intelligent individual, you would have done preparatory exercises first and foremost. You would have opened up the chakras, you'd have done the body scan, you may have done ascension as well, or something along those lines to try and get yourself tuned in, opened up, and all that kind of fun stuff. Then you have a good understanding of what it is or who it is you want to try and talk to. Maybe you have a representation of them just to try and keep your mind on the subject, a photograph, something which represents them. And then, hey presto, you go about doing the idiomotor effects. The importance of the idiomotor effect is that it moves the planchette. That's all we can say about it. The other bit is the idio, which is inside here, which is essentially the most important bit. Now you can access the idio, so to speak, just through mindfulness and just through relaxing the mind and then changing your focus of attention and perception and awareness and intention, of course, to what it is that you want to try and have an experience of. All right, that's just like you doing the idio without the motor bits. This is just an idiomotor device, which means it uses your motor reflexes, namely your limbs, your arms, your hands, your fingers, to make something happen on the board as a result of the idio. Now the question is that something inside your brain? Is that something external? I have to leave that up to you to work out for yourself. But on the other hand, I do not see this as being something you need to be worried about or afraid of in any way whatsoever. It is a piece of wood. Alright, and if you want to go around being terrified of pieces of wood, don't go working in a lumberyard, because there's lots of pieces of wood there and they could all one day be turned into a Ouija board by somebody. So, ooh, scary, scary, scary. Stop being afraid. Alright, just remember what I said in the Dangers of Witchcraft video, okay? There are people in this world who are trying to make you afraid for their own purposes. There's the various churches who want you to be loyal to them, so they will terrify you. Then there's people who are involved in occultism and witchcraft, and they want you to have respect for them, so they're going to terrify you. That's the way it works. And then you've got TV and movies, and they're all giving you fear, rather than any form of objective ability to experiment with nature. That's what we're doing here. We're experimenting with nature. These are natural phenomena. There is nothing alien or whatever about allegedly supernatural or paranormal phenomena. It's actually a complete fallacy to say that. But it's worthwhile learning these things do exist, and playing with them, because they are fun. And maybe with the passage of time you can start building up a better understanding of yourself, the environment, spiritually speaking, and so on and so forth. But it's practice bit by bit. You could also spend a lot more time opening up. Actually, often when I sit down with the board to do a serious thing, all right, I'm doing it deliberately to try and do something, right? With practice, it seems like the action of getting out the board and sitting down beside it does something. It helps you to open up. It's like, I know the Muslims call to prayer, those towers there, someone chanting at the top, they hear that, then hey presto, they're in a different state of mind. I get out the board and I put it down, I'm in a different state of mind, but it's something which is relevant to what it is I'm trying to achieve. Okay? So, some experiences I've had was just putting the board out, resting my fingers on the planchette, and just sensing something and trying to have a conversation with it without actually using the board, because the board itself helped me to open up. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. If you thought this video was good, bad, or indifferent, by all means give it a thumbs up. If you really, really hated it, give it 2 thumbs down. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave comments and all that other fun stuff, because YouTube algorithm is just very much like the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget also that there's thousands, literally thousands of videos on this channel. You can go to my channel page, you can click on the videos button, click on the search facility, and search for nearly anything, and there's bound to be something there which will either entertain you or inspire you. And I will look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Bye for now.